Southern Kentucky's #1 source for news. WYMT Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Hensley.
And I'm Stacy McLeod.
Having some power glitches here. Storms getting ready to move through. More tornado warnings are being issued, and here we go again. This after weekend storms destroy homes and businesses across the region.
That's right, and unfortunately, more storms are moving in as we speak. WYMT's Jim Caldwell joins us now with the latest watches and warnings and a possibility of a tornado over in your home, Magoffin County. Jim.
Now that's right, guys. The high possibility that a tornado has touched down in that area. Reports coming out of Magoffin County from a trained weather spotter with the National Weather Service did say he saw a funnel cloud, and now what we're hearing, according to one of the radio stations over in that area, that the likelihood of a tornado being on the ground causing some damage is way up there. Let's go ahead and show you the radar. It's moving a little bit fast right now, back and forth, but it's just one of those glitches we're having right now with the rush. I was up until 2 minutes until 6 getting this information. You see the storm there in portions of Magoffin County. If you are listening or watching in Magoffin County, take shelter right now. Don't wait any time. Get to the lowest floor of your home. Get to a basement if you have one. Again, a trained weather spotter, Roger Duty over there on Burning Fork, did say he spotted a funnel cloud. And the reason I mentioned that he's a trained weather spotter is he's went through numerous classes that the Weather Service over in Jackson offer, and he knows exactly what to look for. And I got a call from a lady I've known for many, many years from near, right up the road from where I live, saying that she did see some trees start to be blown across several hills in that area. And the possibility, and she did see some rotation, and the possibility it was a tornado. At this point, highly likely, at least by the reports we're getting through that area. But we're going to have a whole lot more here in just a few minutes. And if there are any more warnings of any magnitude, we're going to come right back out here and cut in on the news. So stay with us. Let's go back to you guys.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Well, after hundreds of homes were destroyed and people were left homeless, a state of emergency has been declared in Martin County.
WYMT's Chastity Gayhart is there and joins us now with more. Chastity.
Several residents in Martin County say they have never seen this much damage in their community before. So the Roy Collier Community Center has opened its doors to all those who lost their homes, and several community members are coming in to help. John Milton and his family lived in an apartment just 2 days ago, but now they are staying at the Roy Collier Community Center. Milton, his wife, and 3 sons lost everything in the flood.
We have no idea what we're going to do. We lost everything. We're on a bottom floor apartment. We were renting, and it took all of our clothes, TVs, everything.
And they are not the only family. People of all ages, even those who lost everything themselves, are still trying to help.
I want to help the other kids since it happened to me, and I want to help all the other people.
And those on the receiving end are very thankful for all the help they can get.
Just please help if you can. If not for me and my family, help somebody.
And people are pulling together all over the county to help get homes cleaned up and people back on their feet. And those at the Roy Collier Community Center are accepting clothes, cleaning supplies, personal items, and anything that people want to donate so they can get it to those who have lost their homes. Reporting from Martin County, I'm Chastity Gayhart. Back to you.
Every little thing helps. Thanks, Chastity. Now, the Martin County Senior Citizen Center is also open to flood victims.
Well, the weekend storms also caused flash flooding and wind damage in Floyd County. County officials say around 500 homes were damaged and 4,000 families were affected by the storm. The judge executive has declared a state of emergency. Now, residents who need to report damages to public property in Floyd County, including county roads and bridges, should call the Floyd County Road Department at area code 606-452-1001 or 606-478-1001 to report damages to private property, including residences and private roads. Call the Floyd County Emergency Management Office at 606-886-0498 or 1-800-279-3191. You see all those numbers there on your screen. And for all other assistance, you can call the Judge Executive's office at area code 606-886-9139. Now, local state of emergencies have also been declared in Morgan, Knox, Powell, Clay, Johnson, Pike, and Magoffin counties. Governor Fletcher will likely ask for federal disaster relief. The National Weather Service visited several areas in eastern Kentucky today. They were in southern Perry County this morning to assess damage in the Vico community. There were several reports of a tornado in the area on Sunday, but the National Weather Service says the damage was caused by high straight-line winds, not a tornado.
More people across eastern Kentucky try to recover from flash flooding damage in the Big Sandy region.
That area hit so hard. WYMT's Danielle Hensley joins us now from Johnson County with more. Danielle.
There are so many families who have lost nearly everything they own, including their only way to bring in money to repair the damage they have. Flash flooding swept away 3 businesses in 15 minutes.
By the time that I got down in the basement to go out to check on his trucks and move some of ours and his, it was coming in the basement. And I just turned around, went back up the stairs, and about the time I got to the top of the stairs, well, it just sounded like a shotgun had went off or something. I turned back around, and I've got 3 foot of water in my basement.
There was no time to save his 12 tow trucks or any equipment for A&A service. Conley's son-in-law's business was also drowned by 5 feet of water. All 3 business owners are still in shock.
It pushed equipment, 50,000-pound equipment, 30, 40 yards.
With nothing left to operate their businesses, friends came by to help.
Some of the towers in the towing association have brought tow trucks in here so that he can continue not only to clean up and move his own vehicle somewhere where they get repaired, but to try and service his customers' needs.
Even with help, they are still worried about how they can totally recover their main source of income.
We're just hoping that FEMA, maybe the state will help us. If they don't, I would assume that I'm headed for bankruptcy.
FEMA officials already started evaluating some of the damage in the region, including right here in Johnson County. So hopefully there is some help on the way to these families. Reporting in Johnson County, I'm Danielle Hensley. Back to you.
All right, Danielle, thank you for that report. Heavy rains and flash flooding have a waterlogged community in Leslie County relying on ferry service to get folks in and out of a flooded section of Confluence.
WYMT's Amber Philpott joins us now with more on how people there are dealing with the flooding. Amber?
You know, nearly 50 people have been trapped in and around Buckhorn Lake here in Leslie County, some of them since Thursday. Now they just wait for the water to recede and are relying on boats to get them in and out. A swinging bridge, usually 75 feet up in the air, now laps against water so high that it's keeping folks like Melissa Lewis stranded in her own home. Her only way out, by boat.
It's over the main road, then they run it. But when it's just over us, they don't run it as often.
Lewis is among some 50 other people who've been without electricity and no way out of the Confluence area. She worries about what she would do if there was an emergency with her children.
You're trapped in there. You can't get the children out if they get sick. My child needs to go to the doctor right now. He goes to Hazard. I have no vehicle out.
Heavy rains and flash flooding have caused this area around Buckhorn Lake to swell out of its bank, making a ferry necessary to get folks in and out. Emergency management officials say this could be worse and are asking for everyone's patience.
The water isn't up as much as it usually gets, but it's unfortunate that it's up as much as it is because there are several people, several homes blocked out down here.
Now, the Army Corps of Engineers has already begun to drop the water levels here at the lake. They say it could be tomorrow before they see a significant change in the water levels across the roadway. But for now, people in this area say they'll just be patient and wait for the water to go down. In Leslie County, Amber Philpott, WYMT Mountain News.
Okay, thank you very much, Amber, for that report.
We want to repeat once again, there is a tornado warning in effect right now for Magoffin County. If you live in Magoffin County, you need to take shelter now. Also, a couple other severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, but by far the most serious situation right now appears to be in Magoffin County. We've already received a couple of reports of possible funnel cloud sightings, so a dangerous situation. We'll keep you updated and get back to Jim with the latest information in just a moment. Now, some other news of the day. The case against 2 women accused of killing an elderly Williamsburg man is now on its way to the grand jury. Loretta Evans and Evelyn Ball, both from Tennessee, had a preliminary hearing today where some evidence against them was revealed. Police say Evans and Ball killed 76-year-old Edgar Perkins in a robbery last month. The Whitley County coroner says Perkins was asphyxiated. The case was waived to the grand jury for possible indictments, and Judge Dan Ballou overruled a motion to reduce bond. Memorial Day weekend was a deadly one across Kentucky. Preliminary reports show 13 people were killed in 10 separate accidents on Kentucky roadways. That's up 7 from last year. Only one accident in eastern Kentucky. 2 people were killed in one accident in Jackson County. Alcohol was suspected in 4 of the crashes, and only 3 of the 13 killed were wearing seatbelts.
The Harlan County Fiscal Court is investigating allegations that a magistrate gave a political supporter drainage pipes for illegitimate reasons. A county employee says Magistrate Raymond Ike Hall ordered 5 15-inch drainage culverts to be delivered to a home in Putney because water from the property was damaging a county road. The homeowner paid to put the culverts in the ground, but county officials are investigating whether there was a drainage problem causing the damage to the road.
At the moment, we're just gathering information as to when the items were ordered and who gave what order to who, and checking that all out. And then if the situation becomes one where it's marginal, then it would be advisable for someone to pay for those tiles.
Magistrate Hall declined to comment on the matter while it is under investigation.
A state park employee fired for not following a new dress code joined his former supervisor in changing political parties this afternoon. Bill Leslie and 2 others were let go from General Burnside Island State Park after a new appearance policy was put into place. This afternoon, Leslie and his former supervisor, who resigned in protest over the policy, switched over to the Democratic Party. The 2 blamed the Republican Party for the policy that led to the firings.
I had called for help from the Republican Party. They were in the administration, and called my representative and received no help.
I'm not happy with Republicans over this at all. I voted for them. I said it before. I wish I hadn't now.
The new policy banned tattoos, untucked shirts, and body piercings other than in women's earlobes.
More Kentucky troops are headed to Kosovo. The National Guard Charlie Company 206 engineers of Prestonsburg received a peacekeeping mission in Kosovo for the next 10 months. They will be part of the ongoing effort to keep the Albanian and Siberian armies from fighting.
And it's just a necessity to have us patrol and be in the area and be a presence. And as long as we're there, there's no fighting going on.
We get a chance to go overseas and I get to travel, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I am relieved that he's not going to Iraq right at the moment, so that was my fear.
Some soldiers had very emotional goodbyes with their families. They are scheduled to be gone for 10 months. However, many guardsmen have received extended stays overseas.
Coming up on Mountain News at 6, we're continuing to follow the weather situation. If we need to, we'll go to Jim whenever necessary. Also, senior citizens can begin using Medicare-approved drug cards today.
And an Eastern Kentucky oncology center is closing its doors. Be sure to stay with us.
Cardinal Chevrolet Cadillac and Hazard continues to make car buying easy. Right now, we have our entire used vehicle inventory marked down to sell quick. Choose from our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and sport utilities with payments starting at only $99 per month. Call ahead from the comfort of your home for fast credit approval. Call toll-free 1-877-910-3434. Shop Cardinal Chevrolet Cadillac and Hazard, and we'll show you why we are the mountain leader.
Do you have a pacemaker? Dr. Yamamachi, Dr. Rao, and Dr. Serini, the heart doctors at the Appalachian Heart Center, are here at home for you.
You mean I can have my pacemaker checked over the phone by calling the Appalachian Heart Center?
You can receive full cardiac care at home. Trust your heart to the heart doctors at Appalachian Heart Center. It's your heart, and it's the only one you've got.
Never before, never again. Up to $4,500 cash on F-150. The biggest Ford truck inventory of the year. With up to $4,500 cash or 0% APR for up to 60 months. That's up to $4,500 cash on a built Ford Tough F-150. Never before has the deal been this strong. Never again will the selection be this huge. But hurry, it all ends June 30th. Only at your local Ford store.
I'm Gary C. Johnson. It's taken years to build a team that is my law firm. A team that can protect your rights if necessary against even the largest of corporations. It's not a matter of just getting a lawyer, it's getting the right lawyer.
The Citizens National Bank combines the best features of a check and the convenience of a credit card. Now you can pay by check without writing one.
Today's Health Watch is sponsored by Dr. Chandrasekhar and staff at the Mountain Heart Center, where they want you to be heart smart.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Caldwell, the WYMT Sky Alert Weather Center. We're going to get to Health Watch in just a second, but some severe weather to report to you. Several warnings are out. Good thing is, right now, the tornado warning issued for Magoffin County was allowed to be canceled. Let's go to the Sky Alert radar right now. We'll show you what's going on over in the Big Sandy region. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for you folks over there in Floyd County, and a rather intense storm working through northern portions of the county. The folks over in Pike County, you are also under a warning until 7 p.m. tonight. Severe thunderstorm warning for you all. This storm's going to be near Canada around 6:25, Meda right around the same time, McAndrews around 6:30, Buskirk around 6:35. Let's switch the view of the radar, and we'll show you little, areas closer to home here in southern portions of Kentucky. Here, Perry County, closer to us at least. Knott County under severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45 along with us here in Perry County, and it's going to be near the folks over in Spider around 6:20. This storm is likely to be very dangerous. Either storm moving through eastern Kentucky at this hour, so go ahead and take your shelter in your safe spot, lowest point of your home. Go ahead and be in your basement, because these storms are really firing up quick and really re-intensifying just as fast. We're going to jump over to Stacy at the Health Watch One. We'll have more on weather next. Stacy.
Okay, thank you very much, Jim. Moving on to Health Watch now, some bad news for some East Kentucky cancer patients that depend on a local oncology center for treatment. And those medical discount cards we've been telling you about can be put to use starting today. This begins a look at news affecting your health. The Oncology Center in Whitesburg, owned and operated by Mountain Comp, opened their doors just over a year ago, but now will have to say goodbye to their community on August 27th. Chief Executive Officer Lois Baker says the reason for closing is out of their control. They received a letter from the Department of Health and Human Services saying that while there is a need in the area for an oncology center, it does not meet the criteria nor serve as a viable option for a health center providing primary health care services, of course leaving them with no other option but to close. Now, Baker adds that they have offered the clinic to both Pikeville Medical Center and Hazard ARH, but they have both declined at this time. WYMT will continue to follow the closings of this clinic, talking to patients and how it will affect them. On to other health news today. Many seniors can begin using their Medicare-approved drug cards. The discount drug card offers price breaks on more than 200 classes of drugs and discounts on various medical supplies. To qualify, beneficiaries may not have drug coverage from other sources. A $600 credit is available for some Medicare beneficiaries, and individuals making about $12,000 a year or less, and couples making about $16,000 or less. Drug card benefits run from June 2004 through January 1st, 2006, which is when the new Medicare drug benefit becomes available. Now, to get more information on this, all you have to do is get online and visit www.medicare.gov, then click on the links saying, find out what Medicare-approved drug discount cards are available to you. After entering your zip code, prescriptions, and other information, you'll get a list of cards available in your area. And you can also get answers by calling 1-800-MEDICARE. Now, while there is no deadline to apply for these cards, anyone who does apply within a certain month has to wait until the first of the next month to use the card. Steve?
All right, Stacy, thank you very much. Stay with us. Jim Caldwell's in next with the latest weather information.
Health Watch is sponsored by Dr. Chandrasekhar and staff at the Mountain Heart Center in Whitesburg, Cumberland, Hindman, and Jenkins.
Anxious to move up to the newest technology in Eastern Kentucky? Well, there has never been a better time to switch to Appalachian Wireless, because beginning May 24th, the number on your cellular phone becomes your number. What this means is, if you are currently using another provider, you can now switch to the superior service and signal of Appalachian Wireless without the hassle of changing to a new number. That's right. Keep your phone number. Your friends, family, and business contacts will thank you for it. You always get more at your Appalachian Wireless store.
You've counted on Watts Homes for over 30 years to provide you with quality, affordable housing. We proudly offer only Clayton and Norris homes. Clayton Manufacturing has recently been awarded the prestigious Manufacturer of the Year award for the 5th year in a row. The whole industry recognizes that Clayton is the best of the best. We've known that for years. Watts Homes is an exclusive Clayton dealership committed to great customer service. For the best deal on the best homes, it's Watts Homes in Hazard.
Rex, almost that time of year again.
What time is that, Dave?
Tracker time.
Great, and I'm going fishing.
Tracker and Southeast Marine give you more horsepower for the money during the Power Up Savings Event. For a limited time with the purchase of a new 2004 Tracker, take advantage of free engine upgrade savings of up to $2,000.
Tracker time!
Yes!
Now, let's go fishing.
Southeast Marine, your authorized Tracker dealer.
Rex and Dave would like to invite all their mountain friends to come see the new lineup of Tracker boats.
Yes, you can. You can drive a Mercedes-Benz. The E320 diesel outperforms its gas counterparts. James Motor Company, Lexington.
The financial report is sponsored by Lyle Blackburn and Jim Hobbs at Steeple Nicholas, located in downtown Pikeville.
Good evening, everyone. Jim Caldwell here in the WYMT Sky Alert Weather Center, where the weather has turned severe yet again for us today. Let's first go over the warnings that have been issued in the Big Sandy region. First, earlier, a tornado warning in effect for Magoffin County. Numerous reports coming out of the county that a tornado has touched down and caused some damage over there for those folks. I spoke with a fella, Roger Duty, who is a trained weather spotter. He did see a funnel cloud, and through his training, he knows what one looks like. And, of course, numerous other reports of damage already coming in widespread across the county and the possibility of a tornado. Now we're watching severe thunderstorms move through portions of Floyd County, where also damage reports are already coming here to the station. And now Pike County, severe thunderstorm warning for you all beginning to bear down on the county. That will go into effect. That will be in effect until 7 p.m., 6:45 for you folks there in Floyd County. And portions of Johnson County, though the bulk of that severe storm has moved out of Johnson County, but there's still some heavy rain and a lot of lightning possible with the next one. Okay, we've got some more warnings also in effect for southern areas here. Perry County, severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45. Knott County under a severe thunderstorm warning also until 6:45. Not the severity we're seeing over in the Big Sandy, but nonetheless, you should take precautions. And here's the wider view of the Sky Alert radar, and that's where you can see, when you look at the green areas, that's just some general rainfall. So you see where the most intense portion of this line of storms is at, now moving through portions of the Big Sandy region. And again, if you get caught under one of these storms, it's likely to produce winds right around 65, 70 miles an hour. And hail the size of nickels, maybe even up to the size of quarters. There's reports out of these storms earlier today in central Kentucky, golf ball-sized hail coming out of those storms. So again, it's potentially a dangerous situation anytime we talk about severe thunderstorm warnings out and about. This is something I really want you to pay attention to, because we've already had the warnings issued. You really don't have to pay attention to the watch, but look at the warning. When you hear that tornado warning, that means one's been spotted or indicated by radar. It is occurring, and they're issued sometimes with little or no warning. That means you need to get to your safe spot. Get to the basement if you've got one, and the lowest point of your home if a tornado warning were to occur in your county. Here's a severe thunderstorm watch across all of East Kentucky tonight. That lasts until 11 p.m. We've still got flooding problems out there as well. For the folks over in Magoffin County, where the likely tornado has touched down. Temperatures out there, let's take a look at it. This is the only good thing we've got. 74 degrees Covington, 66 Huntington, warm off to our west in Paducah at 83 degrees. What's the formation there? Those storms, as they got into central Kentucky, they really got cranking in eastern Kentucky as well. Numerous tornado warnings out of that batch. See some storms here in southern portions of Illinois. These could grow into a line a little bit later. If they keep their energy, they could track off into portions of Kentucky and maybe possibly produce some more bad weather, as I'm so unfortunate to see the last little bit here, and sunny skies are out there. Could energize these storms, but by the time these storms get here, they could lose a lot of the sunshine. You see severe thunderstorm watch boxes are still posted for the folks out there in western Kentucky, and a scattering of showers off to our north, and that's always good news. Here's what's happening. We got a little piece of energy that's really digging in. So mini cold front. It digs in today. What's going to happen as we head through the day tomorrow? Another one, a bigger one that's going to pull in more drier air behind it. Works its way in, works the other one out. We'll see dry days, believe it or not, as high pressure begins to dominate the forecast. All right, let's take a look at the official forecast for you real quick. Tonight, 59 degrees. Showers and storms are likely out there. We look ahead to tomorrow, 76 showers and storms again likely, but as we get to the evening hours, they should diminish. And let's jump to our 7-day. There it is, 7-day forecast for your weekend as always in view. Thursday and Friday. Boy, I can't wait to see those get here. Let's see our mountain calendar. It's brought to you by Honda of Prestonsburg, only for those who love adventure. And there's going to be a day camp over at Camp Nathaniel And it's for the kids who have just completed 1st through 3rd grades. For more information, dial the number there on your screen. And we're going to keep you up to date on this potential deadly situation here in eastern Kentucky. Anytime we talk about tornadoes, a lot of activity. It's a very deadly situation when you hear tornado warning. Remember that, but we'll have a little bit more later.
Yeah, and again, we not only had the warning, but reports are coming in of possibly some damage. We're making some calls over in Magoffin County, and we'll have more on that as soon as we get it. Thank you very much, Jim. Stay with us. Sports is next.
This Saturday, June 5th, for one day only. It's Walters' annual $5 used car sale. Every quality pre-owned vehicle from the Walters family of dealerships will be moved to Walters Mazda Mitsubishi. All vehicles will be open for inspection at 9 a.m. You sit in the one you want. Then at 10 o'clock, we'll reveal the price. On several vehicles, it's only $5. You could own a quality vehicle for only $5. Over 400 vehicles to choose from. Saturday, June 5th at Walters Mazda Mitsubishi, next to Kmart on US 23 in Pikeville.
If you think the big savings are just at big superstores, come to Food City. You'll find low prices in every aisle with exclusive brands for extra value and everyday low prices like these.
Save on Value Time macaroni and cheese, just 25 cents a box. Value Time canned vegetables, only 29 cents each. Value Time peanut butter, 99 cents. And Value Time apple juice, 99 cents.
Food City, where the food experts are price experts too.
What makes you smile?
A big promotion.
My improving golf game.
Becoming a grandmother.
Then make your smile the best it can be.
Yes!
If you have imperfect teeth or want to improve your smile, cosmetic dentistry may be the answer for you. It's quick, convenient, and affordable. So you can get the smile that shows how you feel.
I want that baby to be the nicest smile there is.
Keith Gibson DMD, for the smile you were meant to have.
Own a timeshare, turn it into cash.
Timeshares only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Own a campground membership, turn it into cash.
Timeshares only sold our campground membership fast and for the price we wanted.
Call now and we'll send you absolutely free this information kit, including 10 secrets to buying, selling, and renting timeshares. Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency.
We represent properties from the biggest names in the timeshare industry.
When it comes to selling, renting, or buying timeshares, no one comes close to Timeshares Only.
With over $2 billion of timeshares sold in the last 6 months, now's the perfect time to sell, rent, or buy. And no one sells more timeshares than we do.
You owe it to yourself to work with the best. Timeshares Only, the most trusted name in timeshares.
Call 800-440-6023 to sell, rent, or buy your timeshare and get your free information kit. Don't delay. Call 800-440-6023 now.
I know it's hard to believe if you are a fan of the NBA, but the Los Angeles Lakers are headed back to the NBA Finals for the 4th time in 5 years. Last night, the next generation of Showtime Lakers closed out Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals. Shaquille O'Neal poured in 25 points and pulled down 11 rebounds, but Minnesota was able to take a lead into the 4th quarter. Kobe Bryant finished with 20 and helped lead a 15-6 run early in the 4th, but the story was Kareem Rush, who came out of nowhere to hit 6 3-pointers and finish with 18 as the Lakers won 96-90. LA, a perfect 9-0 in the Staples Center in the playoffs.
I wasn't getting a lot of playing time in the series, and, you got to take it, for what it is. I mean, guys been playing well. Fisher's stepping up really big, and, he's been getting the majority of the minutes towards the end, and, I just stay ready. And, they went small, and coach threw me in, and, after I hit my first one, I knew it was going to be a good night, and, it just kept going in for me.
And we have a lot of weapons on this team, man. On any given night, anybody could be a so-called star. Tonight, Kobe did a good job of drawing and kicking. And the beneficiary of that was, Kareem Rush, who, got the ball, shot the ball with confidence. And I think he hit 6 threes, and he shot the ball very well.
There has been a lot of firsts in this year's French Open, but for the American players involved, those firsts have usually resulted in early exits. Earlier this morning at the clay courts of Roland Garros, another first took place. For the first time in their careers, Venus and Serena Williams lost on the same day. The first to fall was the second-seeded Serena, who fell to Jennifer Capriati 6-3, 2-6, 6-3. After 8 consecutive losses to Williams, Capriati has now beaten her in set twice in 17 days. Capriati advances to Thursday's French Open semifinals in a match with Russian Anastasia Moskina.
This is Mosquito right here, a surprise winner over Venus Williams, 6-3, 6-4. The story of Venus's match was easy. Mosquito had 13 unforced errors, while Venus Williams had 43. Jockey Patrick Valenzuela lost his bid today to ride Rock Hard 10 in the Belmont Stakes. A judge refused to postpone his suspension for failing to take a drug test. The suspension by the California Horse Racing Board prevents Valenzuela from riding in North America. It began Tuesday and it runs until July 1st. Right now, a rider for Rock Hard 10 is uncertain. Gary Stevens rode him in the Preakness, but he's unavailable because he'll be riding in England on Saturday. In just 4 days, Smarty Jones will make his bid for the Triple Crown in the Belmont Stakes. Smarty galloped a strong 1.5 miles this morning in Philadelphia, and he will have another light gallop tomorrow morning before leaving for New York at about 9:30. Trainer John Service was talking race strategy this morning, and he says a lot will depend on jockey Stuart Elliott.
Well, let's face it, I mean, we got a bullseye on our back. And for the other trainers, you know, going into a race like this, you can give any kind of instructions. I mean, you can give off-the-wall instructions because you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So it's going to be a very, very tough race for the horse and more so for Stuart. I think there's going to be some things happen in the race that are going to be totally uncharacteristic for a normal race.
And of course, weather permitting, highlights tonight of area high school baseball. That tonight at 11 o'clock. Steve, Stacy, let's go back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you very much. Stay with us. The weather update is next.
Attention all Zyprexa users. If you have taken the drug Zyprexa, you may be entitled to a cash award. Scientific studies have associated the drug Zyprexa with diabetes, pancreatitis, and other complications. If you have taken Zyprexa, call Hamilton & Morgan, attorneys at law, for a free consultation. Hamilton & Morgan, dial 1-877-Zyprexa. That's 1-877-997-7392.
Always.
Take a stroll down memory lane with Old Blue Eyes as Janiwali Theater presents the opening night celebration of My Way, a musical tribute to Frank Sinatra. You'll swoon and sway again to songs like Fly Me to the Moon, The Best Is Yet to Come, New York, New York, Night and Day, and many more.
Don't miss this Italian-themed evening in a nightclub atmosphere on Friday, June 4th at the Wilkinson Stumbo Convention Center. The reception begins at 6:30 with a silent auction and entertainment by the Dave Kazee Ensemble, sponsored by Bell South.
Enjoy a menu of Italian delights during the reception sponsored by Dr. and Mrs. Grady Stevens.
My Way is sponsored by First Commonwealth Bank and Highlands Regional Medical Center.
For tickets, call 1-877-CALL-JWT. Must be 21 or older to attend this special event, and seating is limited. For more information, visit jwtheater.com.
Closed captioning for Mountain News on WYMT is sponsored by Pikeville Medical Center, the region's medical leader.
Tonight's Student Achiever, sponsored by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Pikeville, is Brian Barnett. Brian is a senior at Magoffin County High School, where he maintains a 4.0 grade point average. Brian is a member of the Beta Club, the Key Club, and the Science Club. He has also received several awards in math and science. His parents are Michael and Betty Barnett of Salyersville. Congratulations, Brian. You are tonight's Mountain Student Achiever.
All right, Jim, what's the latest?
All right, we do have a couple of warnings still in effect. We'll go back to the Big Sandy region because at this point, that's the area that is getting hit the hardest. Let's show you the Sky Alert radar. This is what's happened over the last little bit. Possible tornado over in Magoffin County. And now we're seeing that same thunderstorm producing a severe thunderstorm through portions of Pike County. You've got a warning until 7 p.m. tonight. Mingo County, West Virginia, for all the viewers over there, it's headed your way. 7 p.m. tonight for you as well for that severe thunderstorm warning. And that's what we've got out there across much of eastern Kentucky and possibly more out toward Pulaski County. Of course, watch till 11 o'clock for all the viewers out there.
One good thing, though, I've noticed about the radar is it's not a big shield of rain, and hopefully it won't add too much to the flooding problem.
That's right,
it's
because
moving through fast.
In some of those counties, especially Magoffin, I came from there today, water is over the roads still. So
still some flood warnings.
It's unbelievable, and then until midnight tonight for the folks over in Magoffin. So this didn't help anything, though it passed through rather quickly. Any amount of rain is still going to cause everybody to say, hey, wait a minute, let's watch our creeks and streams, as I'm sure they did.
And again, what have you heard about damage in Magoffin County? Any specifics yet?
As of this moment, though, the weather spotter that called in, he's a weather spotter from the National Weather Service, Roger Duty, he said that his building was actually blown over about 20 feet or so, and then numerous reports of trees blown down all across the area there, mainly right at this point near the Mason area and Burning Fork, and those two areas are across the hill from one another, so highly likely we could very well have an interesting report coming up later on tonight.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Stay with us throughout the night. We'll keep you updated on the severe weather. Have a complete report tonight at 11 o'clock. CBS Evening News is up next. Good night, everyone.